The Nuclear Waste Management Organization has selected Ignace as the site for a new nuclear waste repository. Good evening and thank you for joining us. After years of planning and debate, the big decision was finally announced today. The site near Ignace has been chosen for the planned deep geological repository for Canada's nuclear waste.
The town of Ignace and Wabigoon Lake Ojibwe Nation both saw strong support to continue in the willingness process. Those who oppose the site can still have their concerns heard as the process continues. Justin Hardy has been following this controversial project. He joins us in studio. Justin, how are the two host communities feeling?
Riley, it's a breath of relief for both Ignace and Wabigoon Lake. Today's decision is the culmination of over 10 years of work for the communities and the NWMO, but it's not the end of the road. The project is now entering a federal regulatory process that could take up to a decade to complete.
We are prepared, we are ready, and we are excited.
Ignace was the first of the two municipalities around potential sites to declare itself willing to host a deep geologic repository for Canada's nuclear waste. Wabigoon Lake was the first of the two First Nations. Both communities showed strong support when their willingness was put to a vote. That enthusiasm has paid off as the Nuclear Waste Management Organization has selected the northern site. Ignace Mayor Kim Bagri had this to say following the big announcement.
Very emotional as well. 14 years ago, I sat here on council and put Ignace's name forward for this journey, and it's quite exciting today to be chosen as the first Canadian site for DGR.
It comes at no surprise since the two communities voted. We acknowledge that they chose the site to study, and we are willing to learn and have more in-depth discussions.
Wabigoon Lake Ojibwe Nation Chief Clayton Wittelainen points out this is just the beginning of the federal regulatory approval process.
I just want to make sure everybody is, don't jump to conclusions. It's not a rubber stamp and ground is being broken. There's a 7 to 12 year process to go through all the approvals, and many questions will be coming up.
Despite the wide majority votes in Ignace and Wabigoon Lake, that doesn't mean everyone is excited about the chosen location. Lise Morton, Vice President of Site Selection for NWMO, says she understands some still oppose the project and invites them to take part in the ongoing process.
Both the communities of Wabigoon Lake Ojibwe Nation and Ignace, their residents had those same concerns and those same questions and have spent a decade learning about the project. So we understand that people have to have some time to learn more, to ask us questions, and that process will continue now. Absolutely, with communities regionally, with neighboring communities and First Nations and the Métis Nation of Ontario. We understand that there's still work to do with others in the area.
Opponents of the proposed DGR were not immediately available for comment, but they'll be speaking to TBT News on Friday. Justin Hardy, TBT News.